Good evening, I'm Justin Benny. Tonight, before we get to those stories, I want to give you a quick update on the Trump campaign team's lawsuit against WJFW and our owner, Northland Television. It's now over. It's been dismissed in U.S. District Court, with each side only paying their own legal costs. The Trump campaign team sued our station back in April, not in regard to any news coverage, but because of a campaign ad made by the Democratic-leaning super PAC Priorities USA, which used an assortment of sound bites of President Trump talking about the pandemic. Among them, the president saying, quote, "This is their new hoax," end quote. The campaign called the use of the sound bites deceptive and knowingly false. Our belief was that the ad was not very different from many other ads you might see during the campaign season. Again, that lawsuit has now been dismissed. President Trump spoke to the public today for the first time since late on election night to provide an update on the search for a potential COVID-19 vaccine, highlighting the news from Pfizer this week that their COVID-19 vaccine proved 90% effective on a phase 2 test of over 40,000 participants. Today, the president said that vaccine could be distributed to frontline workers in, quote, a matter of weeks, and could be distributed to the American public as soon as April.
The average development timeline for the vaccine, including clinical tests and manufacturing, can take 8 to 12 years. Through Operation Warp Speed, we're doing it in less than 1 year. If you had a different administration with different people, what we've done would have taken, in my opinion, 3, 4, 5 years, and it would have been in the FDA forever.
Speaking of President-elect Joe Biden, his transition team says the Trump team has been unwilling to share with them any resources or information so far, but they are nonetheless moving forward with their own COVID-19 response.
Right now, there are officials inside the Department of Health and Human Services who are busy planning a vaccination campaign for the months of February and March, when Joe Biden will be president.
We'll take a look at Wisconsin's COVID-19 numbers in just a couple minutes, but first, let's get checked outside with Newswatch 12 meteorologist Andrew Kiekefer. Andrew, how's it looking?
It's looking pretty good, Justin. We had a pretty gray time to start out the morning, watching a lot of clouds very stubbornly make their way through our area, and it cleared out pretty nicely. So there we go, clearing skies that we saw well into the afternoon. We're going to continue to watch through the evening hours, so not too many clouds expected through that overnight tonight. We will watch them build into the early hours of tomorrow, though, as we anticipate more showers on their way. A mix of rain and snow is going to be in store for us. Here we are right now, current temperatures in our area, seeing a lot of mid-20s out there. All of us pretty much below freezing, except for a few of you further to the south. We'll continue to see overnight lows kind of hover between the upper teens to low 20s going on forward. So here's what that is going to look like for us here. So we're going to be watching temperatures kind of just stay at that mid 20 degree mark through the overnight. We'll continue to watch them dip cooler through the week this week. Gusty winds will also make this feel a bit cooler. Justin?
All right, thank you, Andrew. Today, Wisconsin set yet another record for most new COVID-19 cases in a single day, according to the latest numbers from the State Department of Health Services. DHS reports 7,777 new cases today. We're now averaging about 6,500 new cases per day over the last week. DHS also reports 58 new deaths today from COVID-19. We're now averaging about 45 deaths per day over the last week. In fact, Wisconsin's numbers are so high, we've now surpassed New York City's COVID-19 spike from back in April in terms of confirmed cases. Now, New York City had at most around 5,200 confirmed cases at a time back then, though testing was a lot more limited at that time, so their total number of cases was still likely a bit higher. Right now, the New York Times, though, lists the Wausau metro area, Wausau, as the 8th worst hotspot in the country. City of Wausau Mayor Katie Rosenberg says it's going to be a community effort to fight COVID-19.
I know that it's a challenge and people are tired of it, but we're not done yet. And clearly the worst is yet to come if we continue down this path.
Rosenberg says it's simple steps: washing hands, social distancing, wearing a mask, that can help significantly reduce the spread of COVID-19. For those looking to protect themselves and others from COVID-19, the United County Traffic Safety Commission will be holding a mask giveaway tomorrow. Secretary Jerry Cooper and Chairperson Kevin Kirby say they give away some type of apparel every year. This year, the choice of clothing or apparel was clear.
The Traffic Safety Committee gets $1,900 every year from the tax levy from Oneida County, And every year we come up with something. Sometimes we give out safety vests, sometimes we give out reflective slap bracelets, bike lights. We just felt that masks this year were very appropriate.
The committee will hold this drive-through event tomorrow in the ADRC parking lot near Triggs in Rhinelander from 10 till noon. Anyone who shows up can get one free mask while supplies last. As for COVID-19 relief legislation, as federal CARES Act funding is beginning to run out, Governor Evers said yesterday he plans to introduce a package of bills next week, though he's saying the Republican legislature is opposed to any mandate, so it's not real clear what exactly he's picturing. On the national level, there are still no real updates, though I did speak with Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin this afternoon. She told me something needs to get done and quickly.
Negotiations have been on and off and on and off, and very, very frustrating because the needs, especially in Wisconsin, for COVID relief and additional public health and health response is dire. I mean, it's so desperately needed right now.
Both Democrats and Republicans say they want to pass another relief package by the end of this year, though the specifics of that remain a holdup. Thanksgiving is now less than 2 weeks away, and while it is traditionally a very busy time of year for travel, that might be a little complicated this year. Newswatch 12 Sierra Whaley spoke to a national health expert today to get some tips on how you can travel safely.
It's that time of year again, holiday travel season. However, we all have a lot more to consider safety-wise given the U.S. is in the middle of its second COVID-19 wave. Chief Medical Correspondent for NBC and CBS News, Dr. Bob Arnott, speaks on the importance of masks this holiday season.
The masks don't just protect others around you, that they protect you as well. But it has a lot to do with the grade of masks.
That's right, the grade of masks. In fact, the CDC released just 18 hours ago the levels of protection provided by different masks.
A single layer cotton mask, you may only get 5% protection. 3-layer, you're up to 50% or more protection. A surgical mask, 67%. And the N95 mask, the doctors and nurses wear, or the N95 substantial equivalent, which civilians can buy, gives you 97.6% protection.
So when gathering with family members, what should you keep in mind?
Even with a mask in a closed indoor space, you're at higher risk. And of course, with a poor quality mask, you're very high risk.
And experts warn that anytime you're inside with your family members, the air quality is the most important. So open a window or two. In fact, that'll help any viral particles air out.
The mask isn't deflecting virus. It actually is stopping the virus, so you may have it in the mask. And that means after any substantial exposure, like an airplane flight, you should change. And at least at the end of the day, you should clean it.
Dr. Arnott says wiping down surfaces or suitcases will help, but what you breathe in and out is most vital.
The vast, vast majority of cases of this virus are spread through the air, either airborne or droplets. So don't spend an excess amount of time cleaning things because that's not likely how you're going to get the virus.
In Rhinelander, Sierra Whaley, Newswatch 12.
In some other news today, Packers Nation is grieving with the news Hall of Famer Paul Hornung has died. A Heisman Trophy winning quarterback at Notre Dame, Hornung would excel as a halfback under legendary Packers coach Vince Lombardi, helping the team to multiple world championships in the 1960s. He was also on that team that won Super Bowl I. Nicknamed the Golden Boy, Hornung was the NFL MVP in 1961, voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1986. His death follows a long battle with dementia. Paul Hornung, again, was 84 years old. Wisconsin high school football playoffs begin tonight, though they don't feature the usual setup. All teams qualified this year if they choose to participate. Some teams in our area decided to opt out, teams like Prentice, Rib Lake. And there have been a number of cancellations tonight as well, brought on by COVID-19. However, there are still a number of games on the docket. In the Great Northern Conference, Lakeland Union will travel to Rhinelander to take on the Hodag, coming off their first loss of the year last week. Anago travels about 80 minutes southeast to take on Seymour. And the winners of the GNC regular season title, Medford, will have a rematch against Rice Lake. That's the only team to beat the Raiders this year. We'll have highlights of all those games tonight on the Friday Night Blitz as part of Newswatch 12 at 10. Meanwhile, local high school swimmers will take one last dip in the pool this weekend. The state swim meet down in Waukesha gets started at 6. Swimmers representing Rhinelander, Lakeland Union, Medford, and others will all compete for a chance at the podium. Tomahawk's Carly Woodall already placed 10th at the state dive meet. Again, we'll have more on this also coming up on the Friday Night Blitz. Time is just flying by. The last couple weeks it feels like. Thanksgiving is now right around the corner. We'll take a look at how one Wausau teacher is making sure families who need a good meal this year can get one. That's coming up after weather with Andrew here on Newswatch 12 at 5.
Menards has you covered. Refresh your walls with Smart Coat paint from Zinsser. Smart Coat provides ultra-smooth coverage and a uniform finish. Choose from hundreds of colors or have a color custom matched for you. Smart Coat is now 11% off. Once the painting's done, touch up your wooden projects with Minwax. With a variety of stains and finishes, Minwax will have what you need to finish the job. All Minwax products are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living from the injuries I sustained. During my road to recovery, it was a challenge, mostly trying to figure out what life would be like with my new physical injuries. But throughout that road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families. In most cases, there is a loved one back at home who has to drop everything they're doing to be at that veteran's bedside. And of course, there are huge financial burdens that come along with that. After veterans come through the Coalition's program, they are ready to be back into society, ready to go back to work, and ready to be a leader in their own community.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
Welcome back. Well, we started out this morning seeing a little bit of snow on the ground and icy conditions all throughout our area, even some flash freezes out there through the overnight hours. Accumulating a little more snow, getting our little snowman growing a little more there. We'll continue to put some more numbers on the board through the weekend. So right now over our area, pretty clear, mild conditions through our overnight tonight. But what's in store for us is going to be coming up out of the west. We'll be seeing this system come on in. This cold front right now is leading the way for a lot of precipitation coming out of the west that'll continue our way through the weekend. So we'll continue to stay cool for tonight, stay mild, and then this will all build into the weekend, giving us some gusty winds and plenty of rain and snow showers. So what we're looking at is the front right over here. It's making its way over to us towards the east. So we watch that moving on through into Saturday. Saturday at this point, we're seeing the front right here. And there's an opportunity too to be bringing up a lot of Gulf moisture. So that's going to be helping out with precipitation chances over the weekend, both rain and snow. And we watch that front pass on through into Sunday through Monday, bringing us cooler weather and some moisture from the Gulf there. So we'll watch that through the weekend. And here's what that is going to look like for us this weekend here. So Saturday, here we are getting a few showers, a couple sprinkles crossing through our area. By now at this time, we're going to be seeing overcast skies after seeing a lot of clear conditions. And then that builds throughout Saturday into the evening, starting to see a mix of rain and snow showers in our area. And that's going to continue through into Sunday early hours. So then at this point, early Sunday, we're seeing low pressure off to our northeast and high pressure off to our southwest. So we're going to be seeing this tight pressure gradient, which is going to be allowing for a lot of strong winds to be coming into our area, especially on Sunday, where we could see gusts between 30 to 45 miles per hour. So we'll watch that move on through all of Sunday and then ultimately clear on out into Monday for us. So wind gusts are going to be building until that point. We'll watch them shift out of the west and then really pick up into Sunday, getting to 30 plus miles per hour for gusts there. Also, temperatures are going to feel a little bit cooler with the gusts coming on through with some stronger winds through the weekend. So just keep that in mind, few degrees lower than what the actual temperature may be out there. So for now, we're going to see a couple clouds in the sky tonight, though we'll stay kind of clear, a few clouds passing on through. Temperatures getting down to the low 20s. It may feel a little bit cooler. Tomorrow, though, we're going to start out with plenty of sunshine, and then in the afternoon, we'll watch that system come on in, bringing us clouds to start, and then plenty of rain and snow showers. Highs will make it to the upper 30s. Here's a look at your Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. We're going to be seeing wet conditions throughout the weekend, and then we'll dry off nicely into Monday and have a pretty mild week ahead of us and a slight increase in our temperatures. Back to you, Justin.
All right, thank you, Andrew. The Northwoods Community Gardens Board has launched its Grow the Garden campaign. Every dollar donated November 15th through December 15th will be used to construct their new garden. The campaign, through seed money, is offering matching grants totaling up to $55,000 to food garden projects through the 30-day crowdfunding challenge. Every dollar donated increases the chance that Northwoods Community Garden will receive a matching grant. The Garden Board has set a donation goal of $3,000. For more information on how to donate, you can visit northwoodscommunitygarden.com or check out their Facebook page. A Wausau East High School teacher is finding his way to give back this Thanksgiving. Rob Hughes has done the turkey drive for the Wausau community. The project takes donated Thanksgiving foods, gives them to families in need, says it's always been a group effort.
This is year number 5. Started 5 years ago, and the goal was just to see how much money we could get teachers and friends to raise, and then buying turkeys and hams for school and community food pantries.
Hughes says his inspiration came from his memories as a child.
When I was growing up, about 2nd grade, strangers came to our house and dropped off food and Christmas presents one year. And at the time, I didn't really get it. But as I grew older, I just recognized their compassion.
Last year, the turkey drive raised over $7,000. It is back again this year. With all the negativity and turmoil surrounding this year, it can be hard to find a lot of good, happy news. One local act of kindness caught our attention recently. We think it'll warm your hearts too. We'll show it to you after the break.
We've been helping families make joy for over 100 years, and we're not taking this year off. So the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event begins now. We're giving you the best deals of the season on select Ford SUVs and Ford Fusion. So get the family together and make some joy this season. Ford Built for the Holidays. Get 0 for 66 financing plus $1,000 Flex by Cash and $2,000 Trade Assist on Escape during the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy in the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living from the injuries I sustained. During my road to recovery, it was a challenge, mostly trying to figure out what life would be like with my new physical injuries. But throughout that road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families. In most cases, there is a loved one back at home who has to drop everything they're doing to be at that veteran's bedside. And of course, there are huge financial burdens that come along with that. After veterans come through the Coalition's program, they are ready to be back into society, ready to go back to work, and ready to be a leader in their own community.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy in the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living. During my road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
Robin Metz is the co-owner of Northland Insurance in Rhinelander. She also moonlights as a community organizer of sorts. Newswatch 12's Cooper Henkel followed up on a Facebook post recently and learned more.
Got a call from the assistant pastor telling me that 3 ladies had just brought, well, a ton, quote, quote, of really neat supplies.
Robin Metz co-owns Northland Insurance in Rhinelander. She and her friends also help organize donations for the community. A reverse advent calendar, her most recent project.
And within the 3-4 weeks that we had it running, the community came together and filled it plus a lot.
A big surprise on Thursday morning at the PET.
The Personal Essentials Pantry run by the First United Methodist Church in Rhinelander is kind of like a food bank, except instead of groceries, you leave here with household items like laundry detergent or toothbrushes.
We give essentials that people need to keep themselves and their homes clean.
Pickup happens on the second Monday and last Saturday of each month.
And what we're doing right now during this pandemic is we're filling one of these green bags with essential products, and we're doing a drive-through. They just come to the church.
Metz says the community's eagerness is what makes all of this possible.
They just want to help. They want to help however they can. And something like this, it's so small to them, but so big to somebody else.
This isn't Metz's only project this month. She's helping out with a Christmas toy drive as well.
So we're going to be collecting those gifts and delivering to these families or having them pick up here. We're trying to wrap it up by the first, second week in December.
A helping hand.
We're down to 2 packages of these yesterday morning, and then that donation came in with all these 2s.
Doing her best to return a kindness shown when she was down.
I had a house fire 3 years ago, lost our house, and the community was just absolutely amazing. And I always said from that point, I was going to do everything I could to pay that back.
In Rhinelander, Cooper Henkel, Newswatch 12.
Taking a look outside, it gets dark awfully early these days. We'll tell you what the forecast has in store for us after the break.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only 1 pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Hi, I'm Dr. Justin Scher, DC with the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau. Are you one of the millions of people suffering with the symptoms of peripheral neuropathy? Your symptoms may include numbness and tingling in your feet or hands, difficulty sleeping from leg or foot discomfort, and debilitating balance problems. I have good news for you. You can now get relief with our breakthrough treatment method without the use of drugs or surgery. Our treatments help to heal damaged nerves that cause peripheral neuropathy. If left untreated, you may eventually end up with a walker or wheelchair, so don't delay. Call our office now to schedule an appointment to see if our treatment methods are right for you. We will do a painless neuropathy severity exam to determine the amount of nerve loss. If you qualify for our treatment, it can truly change your life. Start living your life pain-free. Call today.
Lake of the Torches Resort Casino.
you can count on us for all the hottest slots inside. Sun-dappled water outside. Enjoyment comes naturally here with abundant home-style foods, the most exciting promotions, and the new Lake Club that rewards you for playing. At Lake of the Torches Resort Casino, expect the best of everything every time you visit. Winning's more fun at the lake.
Hospitals have been busy places the last several months, but some superheroes recently paid a visit to the Lucille Packard Children's Hospital in Palo Alto, California. The Cape Crusaders creating a unique site for the young patients there. Swiping in, they helped clean some windows outside the hospital rooms. This is their annual Superheroes Day at the hospital. It was a bit different this year because of COVID-19. They couldn't see the kids really in person as much as they normally can, but they still did their best to bring some smiles and a little inspiration to kids on each of the floors of that hospital. Outside, Andrew, how are things looking?
We're looking pretty good right now, Justin. There's a few advisories in effect for Lake Michigan, Lake Superior due to the anticipated wind speeds that we're going to be feeling until Sunday evening. So that's going to be coming. We're also seeing some flood warnings for areas in the UP. Though right now we're looking pretty good. So we're not going to be seeing many clouds over the night tonight. Pretty clear, calm conditions for us. Temperatures right now well in the mid-20s all throughout our area. Will continue to drop into the upper teens throughout the night tonight. So this is not a very far departure from temperatures getting to a little bit below freezing. Didn't really get too warm today. We didn't break out of that in Rhinelander, hanging out at 29 for a high. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast one more time. We're going to be seeing showers from Saturday into Sunday, and then we'll stay dry for the rest of the week. Plenty of sunshine, and we'll start to warm up a little bit towards next week, Friday.
It'll be a chilly night for some high school football, that's for sure. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 5. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here tonight at 6 with more news, weather, and sports.